What are you afraid of? What are we all afraid of? We let fear hold us back from what a dream that we really, really, really want. We tell ourselves we've wanted it our whole lives, but we let fear keep us from it. Um, it could be being stuck in a job that you really don't like, and you know you're not meant for this job, or in a relationship that is not good for you. But what if I can't find someone else? What if I'm alone forever? What if this is my only chance? We let fear keep us from maybe having really great things. I was thinking of being when we were kids, and it all started way back. Even when you're little, of the play groups that you go into. What if nobody wants to be my friend? What if nobody likes me? I teach preschoolers at Sunday school, and I hate seeing that. They want to go out, they want to be with those other kids, but fear just keeps them clinging to mommy's leg. It's like, no, step out. But we learn rejection or the fear of rejection at such a young age. I was thinking of um, when we used to have those or school dances, those first school dances. They weren't even at night because we were all so young. I think when I was in school, it started like around the seventh grade. The girls are on one side, the boys are on the other, and they're trying to build their nerve up, to mix. And the boys were, and they really had to step out. But back then, I'm sure it's different now, but back then, the boys would ask you to dance. You didn't ask them. They would come over and they would ask you to dance. Well, I can't imagine how hard it was for them. Back then, it looked to me, I thought, man, you guys got it made. It's all geared towards you and designed for your success and my being ignored. But they had to build up their nerve to cross the floor. All their friends were watching them, and they had to walk over and ask, "Hey, do you want to dance?" And the girl could say yes or no. And his heart had to just be thudding in his chest. Because what if she says no? My friends are going to laugh. I have to laugh it off. I have to pretend like I don't care, but I do care. I could get rejected. So it's easier to stay on your side of the room and pretend like you don't like to dance. I don't like the girls anyway. They're all dumb. They're whatever. And the girls, I do know exactly how the girls felt because, yeah, I had to wait for somebody to come and ask me to dance. They never did. They never did. Oh my gosh. I was so, yeah, whatever. I was so incredibly shy, so backwards. And yeah, I don't remember anybody ever asking me to dance. It was awful. Whatever. Anyway, it's just a fear of rejection, and you hated going because nobody's going to ask me to dance. I'm going to stand there, a wallflower. That's what. Yeah. I'm going to stand there, and nobody's ever going to ask me to dance. So why even go? Why subject myself to this? Okay, fast forward. You might not be in the seventh grade anymore. I'm a decade or two removed, or three or four or five, removed from the seventh grade, but we still face rejection. I work for the federal government, data collection. So I face rejection every day, all day long. But I've gotten good at that. But I got to thinking last night, I was talking to one of my writer friends, and I was thinking about, I was just reminded of this lady that at a writers conference who had a chance to send her book to an agent or a publisher, I can't remember which, and she didn't do it. Back then, this was at least 15 years ago probably, you used to go to conferences and you would meet publishers and agents, and you would try to get the agent to represent you. Well, you would have to give them like an outline, a one sheet, I think they were called. It was a 1-page outline of your book idea, who you were, why you were qualified to write this book, why you were the best person to write this book, and what the book was about, and all that kind of thing. So stressful. And we would, at this conference, we would go and you could have meetings with you would do your research ahead of time. And if you were writing like mystery, you would find an agent or publisher that was looking for what you wrote, and you would set up an appointment with that person. And then you'd have your appointment and you'd be sitting there and everybody there, hundreds of us, are all doing the same thing. So the competition is fierce. And of course, they don't just get their submissions from you or from your conference. Anyway, so stressful. And rejection. Well, one lady, and then after your appointments, after the appointment time, we would go out and you would share your stories, your hopes, your dreams, your disappointment with the rest of the authors who were there for the same reasons as you. And we would tell each other, oh, somebody requested to see my manuscript, or yeah, it didn't work out with her. She said no, but I've got another appointment at 4:00. So we would share this. Well, one woman, she was really super excited, and she was excited about her book. One of her, an agent or someone said, yes, send us your submission. And we were like, oh, congratulations, how exciting. And she said, yeah, the same book was requested last year by another agent. They wanted to see this book, but I'd never sent it in. I didn't send it. So maybe I'll send it this year. And I remember thinking, what in the world? Why are you here? You paid all this money to come to this conference. They're not cheap. You have to pay travel, hotel, food, the cost of the conference. It's not cheap. You take time off work. You leave your family. You have to make arrangements if you have kids, if you have pets, whatever, if you have a husband, whatever, you have to make arrangements. Somebody water your plants or get your mail while you're out of town, whatever. Anyway, it's a lot of work going to another city, to a conference. And she sat across the table from this person. She sold them on her project. They were excited. They wanted to see the book. She didn't send it. And she hadn't sent it the year before because she was thinking, it's not good enough. I still need to do a little bit more tweaking. I need to do some more editing and polishing. And I just don't feel comfortable with it yet. And I'm thinking, then why are you here? Why did you come? Why did you go through everything we go through to go to these conferences if you weren't going to even follow through and let them see your book? Because obviously she was afraid of rejection. She wasn't ready to take that step for them to say, here's my baby, here's my blood, sweat, and tears. I poured everything I have into this book. And someone to look back at you and say, don't like it. We're going to pass. For whatever reason. They always have tons of reasons. But we're going to pass on this book. She couldn't face that. And I wonder about her sometimes. Did she ever get a book published? Like I said, this like 15 years ago. Does she have anything published now? Did she ever reach her dreams? Because obviously she really, really wanted this, or she would not have paid all that money and that trouble and expense to go to these conferences. So she let fear, and she's not the only one, believe me. We all do it. We all let fear and of rejection, of disappointment. What if I'm not good enough? What if I apply for this new job, I leave the job I have, or I start training for another job, even if I stay at my one, or I try to go back to school, because if I could get a degree, I could get the job of my dreams. But what if I can't do the studies? What if I can't get my degree? I've set myself up for nothing. It doesn't pan out. So we let fear keep us from so much. God has every day of our lives. I've been watching a study from Dr. Miles Monroe about Jeremiah 29:11, that verse that we all are so familiar with. I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and give you an end, an unexpected end, according to the King James. Unexpected end. So he wants to surprise us. He wants to bless us. He wants to give us our dreams. And he has a purpose. Each one of us have a purpose for being here. But how can we fulfill that purpose if we let fear of rejection or any kind of fear keep us from stepping out, uh, taking training that we might need, putting our book out there. Oh, what if nobody reads it? I've put the last 5 years of my life into this book. It's literally, it's your baby. You write a book, every book. I've got, I don't know, 30 or something now. They're all babies. And for somebody not to love your baby, oh, that's my baby. Oh, my baby's wonderful and perfect, and you would enjoy my baby if you got to know him. If you gave him a chance, you would love my baby. But you don't even give me a chance. So anyway, we all face that, but don't let fear of rejection keep you from fulfilling your purpose in life. What are you afraid of? What is holding you back? Is it rejection? Is it previous disappointments that you just can't bear it again? But I want to encourage you today, step out, see today, this boring, ordinary, whatever day with its usual challenges and disappointments, and me, I'm getting ready to walk out the door to work, same old that I do every day. In God's eyes, it's not an ordinary day. He has something great planned for each and every one of us. Every day that we live is a thread, and it seems, and it all is going towards this perfect picture that God has planned for us. This perfect purpose that He designed before the foundation of the world. He designed it with you in mind, knowing that's what He wanted you to do, to fulfill. So let me encourage you today, don't let anything, disappointment, fear, rejection, hold you back and keep you from the best life that God wants you to live. Like and subscribe, and please comment below if you have any challenges. Just put a praying hands emoji or a fire emoji. You're going to light a fire under yourself today, and not let rejection hold you back from whatever dream that you have.